Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and I am here with a Temu haul and some more planner activities since this is the 30th of December. Well, I'm filming this on the 29th, right? And yes, today's the 29th in my world and this will be airing on Monday the 30th. So we're almost to the new year, you guys. So we will have a little planner activity later in this episode, but let's start with a couple items to haul from Temu. Get this thing off the floor that's been driving me nuts. Okay, so first, I have hauled this before, but it's probably been over a year since I hauled this. I got this for a penny. It retails for $7.37, but this is one of my favorite products that I've bought on Temu, but there was a caveat or a disclaimer. It does not do well in moist areas. Sorry to use that word, but this is replacing the one that I had at work, and you're like, replacing what? Show us what it is. So this is one of those dry erase marker boards, notebooks. I'm gonna save that. And it comes with a little cloth to clean it off, and it comes with your marker. So I had one of these at the office, but my old office, when it would rain really hard, the water would come in through the floor and the carpet would get wet and everything. We did finally get a dehumidifier for that space, but one of the losses during that was just the sheer moisture made it separate. So it affected the glue that was holding these marker boards on to the page. So I had to throw that one away, so I've got a new one, but I like these. These are great to take into meetings or, well, anywhere, you know. It's not, I mean, it's smaller than the size of those classic planners, happy planners. So you could easily, for those of you that use a big purse, it would easily fit in there, that you can just jot notes to yourself. And you can use any kind of dry erase marker on this. This one is definitely a fine point. And sorry, I can't talk and write at the same time. Jot a note. Holler time is awesome. Subscribe now. But anyway, and then you can use your little cloth to erase it. And again, this may not be the best quality marker for it, so you could use any. I would probably prefer more of a Sharpie style tip for my dry erase marker, just because I like for a thicker ink, words, whatever. But, and then it just erases. And of course, if you use it a lot and it gets super discolored, you could use an actual cleanser on it, but be careful, don't let it get around the edges so that it would seep in between the board and the cover. But I will say I could have saved the marker boards when I threw the other thing away, but I didn't. I just threw the whole thing away because it wasn't too hard to, or too expensive to replace or whatever. So yeah, so that is product number one. And this usually comes in different colors. I don't remember if this listing had it in different colors. And I think that the color drives the price, if I'm not mistaken. These products will be linked below. I did pre-price these products, so I probably won't look them up during this video unless we struggle and need some clarification on how to use something. or if we get curious about something, I guess. All right, so the second item, let's do these. I got these for free, but they retail for $5.04. And these are kind of like boot socks. Well, okay, like boot leg warmers or just regular leg warmers. I've been wearing leg warmers a lot, you guys, especially during Christmas season because I had red ones. And so whenever I'd wear a shirt with red, I was wearing my leggings, my leg warmers, and I had them kind of pulled down a little bit over the top of my tennis shoes. So I loved it. This is kind of a more decorative leg warmer, and you can see why I was saying kind of boot leg warmers, because you could have this sticking up out of the boot for a nice flare. But even if you just wore it over leggings, it would be really pretty. And so I really like that. But it's got your like little crocheted lace kind of up here at the top. And are these real buttons or are they decorative buttons? They are real buttons. So, yep, all the way down are real buttons. So, that's nice. I really like these. Now, I do wonder if these came in different colors. So maybe if we look up something else, I'll look and see if they came up. I kind of I don't know. They might have come in different colors, but if I were guessing, I'd say maybe neutral colors. But anyway, you obviously get two, since most people have two legs. But hey, I don't know, how well would this fit over a prosthetic? Maybe not very well, especially if it's just the like titanium rod kind of prosthetic. All right, let's do one more before we talk planners. So have you guys seen this? This has been all over TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. This looks like a do-it-yourself. It looks like I got to put this together myself. Okay, well, we may need help with this one, but maybe not. Okay, so it opens up like this. It comes with these two doohickeys. So I'm just gonna kind of assume that it somehow this flat end goes in this little part up here. But maybe, I don't know which direction. Let's hope it's this one. Because I'm not sure. Okay, let's look it up because I'm afraid I'll get it in there the wrong way and then I won't be able to get it back open. So, oh, before I forget, I paid $1.73 and it's currently $1.54. But this is one of those magical tools that is supposed to de-shell your egg, whether it's hard-boiled, whether you're cracking it open into a frying pan, and it's supposed to somehow hold on to the shell while your egg comes out shellless. So I was a bit skeptical, but of course I wanted to try it for the price. So obviously I'm going to need to actually try it in real life and report back to you if it works or not. But I really hope it does. Now, I've been hard boiling eggs for years, and there are so many different ways to do it, whether you're doing it in water, whether you're doing it in the oven. I guess I probably haven't hard boiled an egg in a microwave, but you know, do you put vinegar in the water? Do you put salt in the water? Do you know, there's supposed to be, you know, everybody that likes hard-boiled eggs has their way that's the best way to de-shell them. You know, after you boil them, you put them in an ice bath, and then you roll it, you know, all these things to get the shell off. Well, I've tried all those things, and maybe I just have bad eggs. I don't know, but I struggle sometimes getting the shell off. Now, if I can somehow get, like I'll, like when I would be rolling the egg on the side of the sink with the water on, the faucet on, so I could get some water kind of into the shell too. If I could get the water in between, there's like that film, there's the shell, then there's the film, then there's the egg. If I could get the water kind of in between the film and the egg, then yeah, I was fine. But there was no guarantee on how well to do that, even if you're working off of the fat end of the egg, where there's usually an air bubble after it's been boiled. So yeah, I've just never found a foolproof way, and maybe there isn't a foolproof way, but some people will swear that there is. So I thought, shoot, I'll give somebody a few bucks to see if their eggshell opener set actually works. I did get a price adjustment, and it comes in lots of different, well, not lots of different colors. It comes in pink, tangerine, and yellow, and then you can also get sets of them. But let's see if we can figure out. Okay, so I am putting, this is the right way to be putting it in. So I just need to push it more. Like I'm expecting it to snap, but I don't think it's going to. I think I'm just going to assume that that's in. And then let's try this one. But wouldn't that be nice? I mean, they make it, I don't know how they, the magic of cinema on how they do those videos. I know advertising videos, they have all those kind of tricks to make things look real. But okay, so it ends up looking like this. And does this come with a video? It's got an egg-shaped inner tray, so you can see it comes up on the sides. It's made of a durable material, stainless steel pressing plate. And what does that say? These are supposed to make it easy to open, which I don't really get that. So you put your egg inside, you like do this, and then you open it and it's miraculously separated from its shell. I don't get it. Let me see. Easy to operate. So one, you put the egg in. Oh, okay. Two, so you put your egg in, you close it, then you push these down, and then you open it while they're pushed down. So the idea is that these will go into the shell and hold on to the shell while you pull while the egg comes out. Okay. Fill, close, push down, and open. Okay, well, we'll give it a try. I mean, shoot, it was only a couple bucks. But yeah, they show you can use it with any kind of, well, hard-boiled or raw. Now, some people are so skilled that they can, crack a raw egg with one hand and separate it and be fine. But I'm lucky to just not get shells in my eggs. All right, so planner time. So if you are following along with me and attempting to be more organized in the new year, your assignment from the last time was to get if you already have a full-blown planner, then you're fine for a few steps. But if you didn't, your instructions were to get yourself a notebook. If you plan on using digitals, either my digitals from my Etsy shop, which is linked below, or any of the wonderful digitals that are out there available for use. So I already had my notebook, and then I have a cover sheet, which I couldn't decide whether I liked this one better or this one, but I think I like this one better, so it's on the front. So that was your first assignment. So then your next assignment from today is going to be to start filling this binder. So I'm going to show you what I'm filling it with on this first assignment. So I have printed off a year at a glance, I guess maybe you'd call this. In my shop, I think I just call it annual calendar. And I picked this yellow decorated page out of that set to print. And my current calendar that I'm selling is retro themed, but I'll be expanding that over time. But anyway, that's not important. So I'm doing an annual calendar. I plan to use this one because I'm in charge of payroll at the office. I plan to use this one to mark all the paydays, all the Fridays that are paydays. I'll just circle them. Otherwise, the only thing I'll really be using this for is just, as an at a glance. And in case you're wondering why I'm not just using a calendar or a planner on my phone or whatever, I don't know. There's something about writing that I prefer and I'm more likely to engage with. If it's digital and it's there and I can look at it or not, I'm always going to choose to look at something different. So anyway, so I've got my annual page, and then I printed off 2 dates to remember. So this first one in red, and what's great about this one is this one you could use year after year. So like I'm going to put birthdays and anniversaries on this one. So every year when I start a new calendar, I will just pull this page and put it into my new one. And as I make new friends or whatever, I can add, have new family members. I can add their information to this. And then, so I printed this one in the red, and you can see my cool retro. And then I also printed it off in green. This one's going to have my kids' school calendar dates to remember. I wanted to keep that separate, and I wanted to keep it on something like this because I'm going to use these 2 things to fill out my monthly, or my monthly pages. But that way I could still look at this at a glance for any school activities. And my kids' school district has, well, they obviously have this calendar year, or school year's calendar up, and they also have next school year calendar up. So I'll be able to do the full year. And then we get into my monthly pages that I printed off. So I ended up, my retro planner digitals, I only have 4 colors. Everything is these retro colors. So I've got a charcoal gray, I've got a kind of a mint green, and I've got a like mustard yellow, and then a kind of a terracotta red. So because there's 12 months, I just did 3 months in each color. And for red, for example, I picked February, Valentine's Day, July, 4th of July, and December, Christmas. And then I've got yellow for April, August, and November. None of those really fit a whole lot except November. This was like the closest color to Thanksgiving. And then I used green for March, St. Patrick's Day, June, and September. And then I used the gray for January, because January is just kind of a, it's like the Monday of months. Unless your birthday's in January, and if so, then you probably think it's fantastic. But it's kind of a depressing month, sort of, for me, because it's winter, it's all the holidays are over, so it's just kind of, and I was trying to do these so that there wouldn't be any 2 months of the same color together. And then I've got May, and then October, it got this because of Halloween. So I'm going to put these in order. So if you're wanting to follow along with this, then you should just pause here and do this step for yourself too. But anyway, let me get these in order, and then we'll get them hole punched and put into the binder, and then we'll discuss what we should get done before we meet again. But I'm curious, am I just doing this by myself, or are any of you going to do this, come on this journey with me? I hope I'm not doing it by myself, but I guess, hey, if I am, then you guys will be my cheerleaders as I attempt to be more organized. All right, so now, let me talk real quick. Because it's a digital, you can print stuff on the back too. I do have a dots, grids, and lines digital that I thought about printing on the back, but I think I'm just going to leave these blank for now. I could always, at some point in the future, print on the back of these if I wanted to, but I also didn't want to print another, like maybe some people prefer to have all their months up at the front. They're like these pages up at the front, and you'd be wanting to print front and back. I really didn't design my digitals for that purpose. So I'm kind of hoping to just have these as kind of scrap paper. So let me get my, what should I be calling these videos? It's like Temu / planning. That's, who's going to want to watch that? But I was watching Hey Everybody, and she's like, does anybody even read the titles? And I'm like, honestly, I don't read people's titles for their videos. I see the people I like to watch, and I watch them. I don't care what it says. So then I'm thinking, why am I spending all this time trying to come up with these awesome titles? I guess it's for YouTube, right? I'm trying to get YouTube to like my videos and share them with people. But, so yeah, so who knows what I'll call this. Okay, so I've hole punched all of my pages, and I'm just going to stick them in the binder. And then what the assignment for me is going to be before we meet again is to go through and fill out my dates to remember and transfer those however I'm wanting to do it. Like, I don't know if I want to put, I probably do, like on my birthday, I'll probably just write Amy on it or something. But my goal will be to fill out the dates for my special occasions and for my kids' school calendar, and then transfer that information onto the monthly calendars. And offline, because of how I want to do mine, I'm also going to print dividers. I'm going to print out dividers for each month and tabs for each month and get that. So hopefully when I'm back next time, I will have done my assignment, but then you'll also see dividers for each month coming through here too. And I'm not going to start worrying about all the extra things. Like I have a, I'm going to have like a Bible section in my binder. I'm going to have a cleaning section. I'm going to have a clothing section, but I'm not going to worry about that yet because we need to get just the basics set up first. So anyway, so that's our planner job for those of you following along. And thanks for supporting me while I attempt to be a more productive adult. All right, so I need a drink now. So let's, it's kind of stressful being organized or trying to be organized. That is for those of us that are not naturally gifted with that. All right. Next, back to Temu. Next, we've got a sweater, which these have been popping up all over my feed. so I bought one, and now they're, of course, really popping up all over my feed. I used to have a sweater kind of like this, only in burgundy, when I was in my 20s, and I loved it, but I was thinner then, and once I was not thinner, I did not like wearing sweaters. It was too restrictive, it was too form-fitting, all that stuff. So now that I'm a little bit thinner, I don't mind sweaters quite as much. So I thought I'd give this one a try. And this is not a printed one. Like I am getting ready to order a couple sweaters that are very obviously printed. But they're really pretty. So I'm hoping that it looks nice. But these are actually, they've used the different colors of thread to make this design. So it looks really nice. What is this? That's on the outside, you guys. Well, let's look and see. Where did it go? It's literally just there's nothing on this. So I'm just gonna cut this offline. Like there should have been a tag there, but there's not. There is a tag over here. So I did get it in extra large. What did I pay? I paid $11.59 and it's now $11.48. But it seems like a good sweater, and it's like really well made. I mean, the sleeves, both sleeves match each other, which, you know, is not always a thing with Temu. Sometimes you get like one sleeve that matches the body and then the other sleeve that's just the leftover material. So yeah, so I think this is pretty. So the only thing I'm concerned about is this neck, if it'll feel too restrictive. But, and is it scratchy? It doesn't feel scratchy to me, but that doesn't mean I won't still wear like a tank top under it, maybe, if it does kind of bother me. But I think that's really pretty. So I can make this a fashion episode. And the price, I mean, $11.48 today, that's an excellent price for a sweater. Just in case, I've mentioned it on here before, and I know Erin on Hey Everybody's mentioned it before. Amazon does have an Amazon haul section now that's in beta that might be available to you. And I, so far, have not found anything worth buying on there, but they do have a $15 off. Is it $15 off 25 coupon right now, which might be enticing to some of you that are wanting to see if you like it. The shipping time is about the same as Temu, so you don't get that prime shipping deal. Now, if they were able to figure out, I realize it's probably just impossible logistically, but if they were able to figure out how to take their products that they already have in the country that you live and put those in the haul for prime value or prime shipping times, then I think they would explode, right? But as it is right now, it's designed to be like Temu, and so you might find some stuff knowing that you could get $15 off. That still wasn't enticing enough to me, because for me, I have to spend $25 to get free shipping. So I'd end up having to spend $40 with the $15 off to still get the free shipping. But that still might be a really good deal for some of you. But their site for it, I mean, it's embedded in the Amazon site. But like, you know, Temu has its own app and you can scroll through the products, and it's just such a nice interface. It's just nicer than Amazon's interface. Amazon needs to, it's a good thing they're in beta. They need to do some more work on it to truly be competitive. And they need to work on their prices. Their prices are still higher than Temu prices on a lot of the things, because when I was scrolling through there, I saw some things in there that I had just recently purchased on Temu, and they were still, you know, like maybe I could get it for $4 on Temu and it's $6 on Amazon kind of thing. So it's still not competitive in my opinion, but it might get there. So it'd be good to have competition, because that should drive the prices down. So I would like some competition out there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention the $15 deal in case you were thinking about giving that a try. All right, next, have you seen these? You probably have. I paid $7.93. It's now $7.83. If you have a Stanley Cup or a Temu Stanley Cup dupe, this is for you. Now, those tumblers keep things cold for a long time. Currently, I just put a bunch of ice in mine and water and it stays good. But if you want to get really fancy, you can get one of these and you fill it with water, stick it in your, put this like this. So, oh, I guess you fill it here with water. So you leave it like this, you fill this with water, you stick it in your freezer, and then when you're ready to leave in the morning or whatever, and it's got a little, you know, air pressure hole thing there, silicone, so you just somehow magically get it out of this and into your cup without it going all over, you know, without you shooting it across the room. But so I thought I'd give this a try. It's definitely designed with the Stanley Cup shape in mind. And yeah, now there are other things out there on Temu for that. Like I've seen one where it's like 3 rings that are different sizes that you could stack in there. This would just be kind of a half, like the ice would be on one side and your liquid would be on the other. But I don't know, I thought that was worth giving a try. So, oh, and they have little things in here so you can kind of snap it closed in case you got any weird scents going on in your freezer that you don't want transferred to your ice. I remember when I was a kid, we'd go to my grandparents' house and they were healthy people, and so they would always have like all the veggies and stuff, and onions being one of them, and they would cut up onions and put them in the freezer, and that smell translated to they had an ice maker. One of the first people I knew that had an ice maker, or a, like, you know, where you dispenser in their refrigerator, freezer combo thing. And yeah, it was not very good. And they lived out in the country in southern Indiana, so they had soft water, so it wasn't, you know, it just wasn't good. Like, soft water is horrible to drink. But luckily here in, like, well, in Lincoln, Illinois, the water is terrible there too. But here in where I live in Florissant, we have really good tap water. So I'm lucky in that respect. Although, that being said, I still drink like this for convenience sake, I guess. All right. Next, we have I got a free bag, and it retails for $4.52. We've seen these on here before, but this one, I don't think I have this version yet. If I do, it's okay, because I can use these for anything. But part of my attempts to be organized are in getting bags that are labeled for specific things. So this one is the hair one. I've got the glam, the drugs, the meds, the face, the skin, but I don't think I've got one that was hair. So it's just these kind of plastic bags that have the chenille lettering on them. And I use one of these every single day because I have all of my face makeup stuff in one. So it sits on a shelf above my toilet in my bathroom, and I pull it down each day. But I don't know, since I was trying, this was a daily free gift, which is why it was free. And whenever I was doing this particular round of it, my fifth, like I got a fifth gift for free, you know, as long as you did all the 4 days before that. And they didn't have a lot of things to choose from that I wanted. So I picked this because I can always use another one of these. And shoot, I've got 3 daughters that could use one of these if I, for some reason, decided I didn't need it. But I love these bags because you can stack them on top of each other. But of course, if you've got super heavy skincare or something in them, then they might buckle a little bit. But yeah, you do kind of have to work. You could even use your hair dryer to kind of get out some of the wrinkles in this if you're careful. But yeah. So what am I wearing today? I am wearing my Temu, let's face it, I was crazy before the cats, tank top. Missing tank top time on this channel. And I'm wearing it with my Temu sweater in orange. So I got this, I probably for Halloween kind of idea, but I love the fixtures, because this is like a sink. The accessories on this, I don't ever close it, but I could. And it's a hoodie. And then I'm wearing it with my burnt orange pair eyewear. I link to my pair referral code below. I'm not sponsored by them. And I was supposed to be wearing these cute little cat earrings. And these are the kind that you put your ear in between the head and the body. But I couldn't get them in. The last couple of pairs of earrings that I've been wearing kind of have been pulling on the hole. And so it, I don't know if I've got to like re-break open the holes or what, but I couldn't get them in this morning. But this is what I would be, so like at some point when I get my planner pages for my wardrobe, I'm going to have, this will be a full wardrobe set because it all coordinates, and I'll figure out what necklace or what bracelet I need to add to it. And I'm wearing it right now with black leggings, but I wouldn't wear this like this out of the house just because this sweater is not long enough to cover my butt, and I prefer that if I'm wearing leggings that it be long enough to cover my butt. So I would be wearing this with my black pants, not leggings. So yeah, so that is a goal, is to get a planner page for clothing that I can track those complete outfits. And then I can say this would be more of a fall and winter outfit. So when we get to spring and summer, even though I could wear this all year round, the color scheme is more fall and winter. So I could put this set in storage, you know, vacuum seal, put it in storage. So it's out of the house, but still in my life, and keep going. And then I've got this nail right here is going to pop off at any point in time, my dip powder. So hopefully soon I will be swapping out to something new there. All right. So before we get to the last few Temu items, let's do another TV trivia. And this time I'm not gonna just shout out the answer if I know. I will let you guys think a little bit before I say what I think it is and give you the answers. All right, so which sitcom did Mr. Peepers replace? Well, I have no idea. I don't know who Mr. Peepers is. So I don't know. What 1973 comedy was based on the Tracy Hepburn movie of the same name? So Tracy dash Hepburn. So okay, well, I have an idea, but I'll hold that for a second. What character did Sebastian Cabot play on Checkmate? No idea. What series had a foe called Thrush? No idea. What was the Munsters street address? Well, shoot. I should know that one because I watched the Munsters after school. I think it was on TBS. But I don't know the answer to that. So this card is not a very good card for me. Who portrayed Ben Fraser on Riverboat? No idea. What is the dollar amount to win the game on Joker's Wild? No idea. Who was the U.S. president on the Wild Wild West? Oh, I did watch that because that was one of my dad's favorite shows. So, Robert Conrad, right? Okay, so let's go back through. Let's see if I know. Okay, so the Tracy Hepburn movie of the same name, all I can think of for them is, like, Who's Coming to Dinner? Because they did that one, right? But I can't think of any of their other. I know they did several movies together, but I can't think of, and I don't even know. I mean, that would have been a comedy. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the right one or not. The Munsters street address, I don't know. It was like Mockingbird Lane. No, was that Mockingbird Lane or was that To Kill a Mockingbird? No, wait, To Kill a Mockingbird, it wouldn't have been Mockingbird Lane. I don't know. I want to say like 1135 Mockingbird Lane. I'm just going to go with that. And the only other one that I could maybe say, who was the U.S. president on the Wild Wild West? Well, I want to say Teddy Roosevelt, just because that seems like it should be. But it could be Grant. Like, I don't remember. They were riding horses, right? Because this is the Wild Wild West. And I don't know. I'm going to say either Teddy Roosevelt or Ulysses S. Grant. But those are, I don't know. But yeah, I used to love, because it was like a Robert Conrad and the other guy, which I can't think. And the other guy, I think, died in a horrible way, or he committed suicide. I can't remember. But see, I get into trivia sometimes where I like look these things up. But weren't they, because they made the movie with Will Smith and Kevin Kline made the movie. So what, I mean, they were kind of trying to use like modern things on this old and, old-timey thing, right? I don't know. Okay, let's see what the answers are. What sitcom did Mr. Peepers replace? If you said Doc Corkle, you were correct. Okay. What 1973 comedy was based on the Tracy Hepburn movie of the same name? If you said Adam's Rib, you were correct. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. What character did Sebastian Cabot play on Checkmate? Carl Hyatt. Okay. Oh, I should have known this one. What series had a foe called Thrush? The Man from U.N.C.L.E. David McCallum and Robert Vaughn. What did you know that it was supposed to just be Robert Vaughn, and that's why his name was Solo, like his last, was it Napoleon Solo? To mean one person, but David McCallum did so good in his role as what? Ilian Kyriaki, or I don't know, Kyryakin or something like that, that he landed himself a dual position on that. So that's a little interesting. Oh, okay. So, well, this sort of makes sense. What was the Munster street address? It was Mockingbird Lane, but it was 1313. Makes sense. 13s. Who portrayed Ben Fraser on Riverboat? That would be Burt Reynolds. And what is the dollar amount to win the game on the Joker's Wild? If you said $500, you're correct. And who was the U.S. president on the Wild Wild West? It was Ulysses S. Grant. So I got a couple of those, sort of, if you can call it that. So yeah, but again, if you don't like trivia time, just skip, just, you know, use your little pointer finger and skip ahead when you see we're doing that. But okay, let's get back to the haul. Have another article of clothing. This, I paid $11.33. It's still $11.33. And I got size XL. So this would be on the women's side of the house. It's got my, it's definitely the slicker polyester, but it's got my favorite dark gray heather. And it is kind of a cowl neck, I would say. And then it's got this panel in the front with like a coral heather, so that it, you know, gives the appearance of being layered. And then it's got that same coral at the bottom, and you can ruche the sides if you want, and both sides. So it's super soft because it's, you know, that polyester, but it's more like athletic wear. You know, it's not as thick as a swimming suit, but yeah, so I really like these two colors together. But so yeah, so I thought I'd give that a try. And it's not a bad price. I mean, it's about the same price as the sweater, which I feel like sweaters should be more expensive than shirts, but I'm not complaining about the price of the sweater. But it's still a good price to me. All right, this was one of my Temu Circle prizes, free gifts for this month, and I had junk to choose from. You guys, when they first launched Temu Circle, you could get pretty decent free gifts. You get 2 free gifts a month when you're a member, and you get other discounts and stuff, so it's not, you get cash back is the best part of it. But they're at least for me. Now, I've seen other haulers get better monthly free gifts from Temu Circle that I can never find anything that good on mine. So, but I like these, so I just went ahead and got another one of these. It retails for $146, so you can see the value of the free gift you're getting. But these are scissors, and it comes with a little thing. So then these are just great to have in your purse, right? There is a version of this that comes with a ceramic blade on one end to make it even more kind of useful, but this is still a good one. So you just close it and you put the lid back on and you're good to go. So it's a useful gift, so I'm not complaining. I just wish that the free gifts were a little bit better quality or worth a little bit more, like $2.50 a piece kind of thing. And then the other free gift that I got only retails for 89 cents, and it is these little eyedropper bottles, which I thought would be bigger. These are not going to be big enough for what I wanted them for. They also are not ideal if you do things with essential oils because they're clear. But there's 3 little bottles like this. I wanted these because I've talked about this before. Whenever I do a face mask, there's always leftover serum in the packaging, and I squeeze that out and you continue to use it just as a, you know, I just put it on my face like at night or something. And so I got those little pots, which are okay, but there was more, the pots are a little too small for the amount of serum that was left over in the mask packaging. So then I thought, well, I would get this and then I would have the little dropper, but this is even smaller than those other ones. So I don't know. And it would probably be harder to get it squeezed into here, so I'd probably lose some. But it would probably take all 3 of these to hold what you'd get left over out of a mask package. But that's why I got them. They're cute, and there would be other applications. I could see using this like in the crafting world. Maybe if you were a watercolor expert, you could, you know, kind of create different colors of, I don't know. But anyway, you get a package of 3 for 89 cents. But yeah, so that one's a little disappointing. That doesn't make me feel like I'm getting my value out of my membership kind of thing. All right. This may be the last thing. Let me check. Yes. And I got a comment the other day. I haven't responded to it yet, but someone was like, show more things. And I don't know if they meant I need to do mega hauls or what. It wasn't very clear, but you guys, I can't afford to do mega hauls. So I haul what I can afford to haul in each video. And I will say the reason why I do it this way, the first half of 2024, I would have done more mega hauls based on just how things were coming in. But I also didn't do regular videos. And then I was probably complaining about how this channel doesn't make any money, you know, all the stuff the trivial things that I say. And someone was like, you need to be more consistent with your filming and, you know, do a video every day. So I took that to heart, and from July something through December something, I did a video every day, and that person was correct. My channel finally started to make money. Now, not a lot of money, but I did make some money every month. You have to make at least $100 before YouTube will send you a check. Not a check, but, you know, deposit money into your account. So I did that, and that worked. So for me and my channel, it doesn't work to do mega hauls because, for one, this channel doesn't make enough money for me to buy that many things. So and especially next year with my insurance situation, Jason and I were working out the budget. We got the budget balance for 2025 yesterday, but it means like everything channel related has to come out of the funds I make from YouTube and the funds I make from Temu. So I just can't. I would love to be able to get a huge bag and go through a huge litany of products on these videos. I just can't. There's just no money to do that. So I show what I can, and hopefully you just enjoy some chit chat time, really, because there's definitely way better channels if you're looking for mega hauls. So and if I don't show enough things on here, no hard feelings if you decide you can't stay subscribed or whatever. And this person wasn't saying that. They just like, show more things. But yeah, that, in case you're ever wondering how I determine all of this or plan all this stuff out, that's how I do it. So, okay, this last thing that we've got, I paid $3.49, but it retails for $12.29. And it is a, kimono. I'm like, what is it called? So it came with a silky belt, and this is there were different design options. I used to have one of these in black and like a light pink flower that I really liked, but I sized down out of it, And so now I decided to go with burgundy this time. So this is really pretty. There's tons of listings on Temu for these. And it's long, you know, it goes down to your ankles. But it's a really pretty silky, satiny kind of deal that would be really nice to just wear around the house when you're lounging around. So kind of, you know, you could use it as a lightweight robe, whatever. And it does have the belt loops. So yeah, I really, really liked this. And this, I got this in 1XL, which means it's on the plus side of the house. So yeah. So what was my favorite thing in this haul? Did I already say? I don't think I said already. I don't know. It could, sad as this is, it could be this if it works. That would be fantastic. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the sweater was really nice looking. So as long as it fits and isn't scratchy, I think I'll like that. And I like the boot sock leg warmers. So yeah, aside from the free Temu Circle gifts, I don't think this one really had any duds in my opinion. So don't forget, if you're following along with the planner series, to do your homework. Also, I didn't mention this, but I went through and found all my Happy Planner stickers. So I'm going to maybe use some of these as I'm kind of filling out my monthly things. So yeah, just because even if you do somebody's digitals, you can still use stickers. I mean, I used to do a lot with, I went through a phase where I was trying to do bullet journals. So that's why I got a lot of these things, but bullet journals required too much creativity for me. So, but during that phase, you know how I am, I just get like everything. So I even got stickers from the Dollar Tree. Like these were Dollar Tree planner stickers. They sometimes have a planning section. Probably this time of year would be a good time to look for that. And then I had also gone through and like somebody on YouTube had created their own sticker book. So I did the same thing and pulled out sticker pages from the sticker books and organized them with my Happy Planner stuff. So yeah, so that's like the fun part of, just don't get lost in the fun part, still do the hard parts. But all right everybody, so that is it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing your time with me. I really, really, really appreciate it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't, or making sure you're still subscribed. And I love reading your kind comments below. And feel free to ask questions and stuff. I mean, if you're curious, like why I do the things I do, I mean, if it's mean, I might not answer, but you never know. I might call it out on camera. No, I wouldn't. If I did, I wouldn't say, I don't know. I've never really had that. I have gotten some mean comments, but not very many. But anyway, I should just stop now, right? So wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And tomorrow's New Year's Eve, you guys. We're almost to January. But that means I've got to look forward to my Pride and Prejudice marathon. Yay. All right. Well, until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.